Welcome to today's morning report on Tuesday, the 19th of April, with me, Rich Pro Market Analyst at Antec Markets. We've had a strong start to the European Open, and that's sort of come as amid a complete turnaround over the past 24 hours, actually, in the oil price. Initially, following on from that Doha meeting, the oil price sharply sold off, but then you've had the market factoring in this oil strike in Kuwait. Whereby oil workers in that country have sort of gone on strike, and they're subsequently taking out a large sort of portion of that daily production level, about 60% down from 3 million down to around 1.1 million, according to Reuters, in terms of barrels per day. And that huge taking out of the out of production has driven this rally, and it's driven a recovery in risk appetite across the board. Treasury yields initially sharply lower yesterday have recovered. That's the 10-year and the 2-year as well, bouncing sharply. And the dollar is under pressure, and that is again helping to drive these commodity prices higher today. Here we go on the dollar index. You can see that dollar index again falling away today. So we're seeing this move coming on the markets. Gold is strongly higher today, $11. Oil price another 1.5% up. You're seeing retracement in sort of the yen is weakening. That's the weakest forex major today, and the commodity currencies are all stronger as well. So you're seeing a complete turnaround, risk appetite strongly higher, and it's benefiting across the markets. What have we got to look forward to today? Well, we've got the German ZEW economic sentiment at 10 o'clock. It's expected to come in at 8.0, so again slightly higher than last month, which was 4.3, but still quite low levels. But last couple of months bouncing higher, so that would be deemed to be reasonably positive. I wouldn't say it would be sort of blow the lights out positive, but still markets may take that as a positive move. And then you've got the building permits from the US, expected to come in at 1.2 million, so up from last month. And the building permits continue to be fairly strong, don't they? Although you've had sort of 3 months in a row of decline, that 1.2 would sort of reverse that decline. So that would be considered to be a positive as well. And also the housing starts as well, around about the same as last month. I think 1.7, 1.8 million is the expectation, depending on where you get your forecasts from. So pretty solid housing data we continue to see in the States. So that takes me to my chart of the day, which is the DAX, and this DAX chart has had a strong breakout. We had initially yesterday, if I zoom in here, you can see you sort of backed away from this key resistance at 10,122. Backed away from that. That was the resistance in place, opening well off that level, but complete intraday turnaround and strongly moving higher again today. And we're sort of breaking out, aren't we? Look at that RSI up at 64. That is the highest it's been since November. So it really is confirming the move. MACD lines and MACD lines are also positive, although those stochastics are just sort of tailing off a little bit. But still seems to be that momentum is positive, and the breakout above that now sort of takes you up towards the next fib level, 50% retracement at 10,373. But also above that, you've got this initial resistance at 10,485. But if you sort of move above that 50% level, then you're going up towards 38.2%, which is 10,850, pretty much. So there is an improvement going on this DAX chart today, and it's sort of following the FTSE higher, isn't it? Because the FTSE made that breakout last week, similar sort of breakout that we're seeing on the DAX now, and it looks pretty strong in terms of the momentum on the hourly chart as well. Look at those MACD lines turning up again. The stochastic strong, the RSI is strong. You would argue whether you'd chase it up at these levels, and there is a sort of there's a support now on the breakout level, and that breakout level at 10,122. You'd argue also that very interestingly, 10,147 was yesterday's high. Today's sort of retracement just sort of opened at 10,170, just slightly slid back to 10,150. So pretty much there or thereabouts, filled that gap and then went away again. So that's a strong positive move on an intraday basis. But you'd still argue, would you chase this up at sort of 79.80 on the hourly RSI? Maybe just wait for a slight unwinding move. As I said, 10,122 is that support initially, although that was sort of 150 ticks back from where we are now. So maybe there would be move to more of a sort of a nearer term support than that, but it certainly looks strong, and I would be using any sort of intraday dips today as a chance to buy the DAX. It looks pretty good, and equity markets are sort of continuing higher, so it's looking pretty strong for 10,372 at least. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.